It's award season, and that means that movies are starting to be talked about in different ways. It's not enough for them to be considered as good works of art or even, competent attempts at storytelling, but everything has to be seen as the putative best movie of the year. And the funny thing about awards is that they often aren't won by the best films, or even by the most influential. It takes a while for that stuff to become clear, to get worked out, for context to become apparent. Just look at the past years of the Oscars and see how many of the films that have won Best Picture you've actually seen. And actually, second to that, how many of them have even been personally recommended to you as things you should watch. The safest route to a Best Picture Oscar is to be a relatively okay film made by a director who's made great work in the past that was ignored by the Academy at that time, and to be released in a year where the fellow drama contenders are relatively weak. Which brings us nicely to Martin Scorsese's Silence. The film concerns two Portuguese Jesuit priests, Andrew Garfield and Adam Driver, who journeyed to Japan in the 17th century, where Christianity is illegal and punishable through torture and execution. They're looking for Liam Neeson, their mentor, who has renounced his faith after torture. The film follows the two men's journey and their changing understanding of faith in difficult times. Silence ticks a lot of boxes that Scorsese fans will recognise. Faith, the isolated man railing against the system, the brutality of person against person, and that'll make it a pretty satisfying watch for a lot of viewers. Now, I'm not a big Martin Scorsese fan, and I know that saying that will mean I'll get a load of comments like, "Oh, if you don't know his work, you won't get the movie." Sure, fine, but I feel like a film should be able to stand on its own 2 feet, and Silence barely crawls. The main issue of Silence is how self-indulgent Scorsese is in making it. He's been wanting to make the film for a long time. It's been on and off in development for at least the last 20 years, and I'm pretty sure since he read the book the first time back in the 70s or something. But there's a bit of a danger in feeling like you're making your masterpiece right now. It means that all you do is indulge every one of your own whims. And it doesn't really work out here. The film has an incredibly heavy-handed script and uses voiceover as a bit of a crutch to get its message across. That doesn't work out very well because it just means that the word faith makes up about 40% of all of Andrew Garfield's dialogue. The direction also lingers on certain shots for, seemingly hours. Those are legitimate decisions, and I can respect Scorsese for that. But I never saw his strengths as lying in static shots or lingering quiet scenes. For me, Scorsese soars when he throws the camera around, when operatic movement matches with energetic performances. So for him to sit still, for the camera to remain static for so long that it looks like the projector's broken, is not a good thing. For the Scorsese fans, let me put it like this. It's like the worst parts of The Last Temptation of Christ made by an older man. For the rest of us, it's a passion project turned turgid by the overindulgent hand of an auteur who knows he has protection from his critics. But at the end of the day, this is sort of academic, isn't it? It's a bit of a moot point, because Silence will do very good business, and it will be nominated for a Best Picture Oscar. It may even win, that wouldn't surprise me at all, although it's not Martin Scorsese's best film, and certainly not the best film made this year. No, if it wins, that will be more about the peculiar machinery that surrounds the awards than the actual quality of the movie. On that depressing note, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you later. Have a good one.